This next thing I'm going to be talking about has to do with, of course, Young Thug, Gunna, and all of YSL. I know nothing about streets or anything like that. I am not a street guy. I am just reporting what is already out there. All right, so for anybody that does not know what a RICO charge is, a RICO charge is a Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act. Passed in 1970, the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act is a designed to combat federal law designed to combat organized crime in the United States. It allows prosecution and civil penalties for racketeering activities performed as part of an ongoing criminal enterprise, such as activities that may include illegal gambling, bribery, kidnapping, murder, money laundering, counterfeiting, embezzlement, drug trafficking, slavery, and a host of other unsavory business practices. To convict a defendant under RICO, the government must prove that the defendant engaged in two or more instances of racketeering activity, that the defendant directly invested in, maintained an interest in, or participated in a criminal enterprise affecting interstate or foreign commerce. The law has been used to prosecute members of the mafia, the Hells Angels, motorcycle gang, and Operation Rescue, an anti abortion group, among many others. Okay, so I read all of that just to get into all the things that are going on with YSL, Young Thug, and Gunna. I got all of this stuff right here, so I'm just going to read it. I'm just going to read it. These are all things that are already out there. So it says the popular rapper Young Thug was arrested in Atlanta on Monday and faces a slew of accusations from Fulton County District Attorney, including that he was allegedly a founder and active leader of the violent Young Slime Life street gang. The 80 plus paper indictment charges both Young Thug and another rapper, Gunna, with gang related crimes and includes more than 25 others who have allegedly participated in YSL gang activity. The New York Times reported that the lawyer for Young Thug, whose legal name is Jeffrey Williams, said that YSL was not a street gang and claimed that the indictment was baseless to include what did that say? Baseless to include him. Okay. Mr. Williams came from an incredible, horrible upbringing, and he has conducted himself throughout his life in a way that is just to marvel at. Obviously, that's the lawyer doing the job of the money that he's being paid for, right? Attorney Brian Still said, all right, on Tuesday, Fulton DA Fonnie Willis offered a few more details into the case in an afternoon press conference. Between the indictment and Willis' statement, here's what we know so far about what Young Thug stands accused of. Young Thug charges an alleged Young Slime crime involvement. The indictment singles out Young Thug as a leader of the gang. The rapper is charged with participation in criminal street gang activity as an organizer, supervisor, or other position of management or leadership of several violent crimes, among them being murder. He is implicated as someone who could give gang orders. One section of the indictment says two other gang members accused of attempting to murder YFN Lucci. We're gonna come back to the YSL versus YNF scenario. Discussed how to get permission from Young Thug to kill Rayshawn Bennett, YFN Lucci, and what the payment would be to do so. There is a second allegation like this. It states he was part of a call with an individual who was in Fulton County Jail, and in the call, the man stated he needed something. Young Thug allegedly pointed to another gang member to take care of it and flashed a YSL gang sign. His attorneys are trying to get him out of jail. They filed a motion on Tuesday that requests an expeditious hearing for a judge to consider giving the rapper bond. It is alleged he is a YSL founder. The document states Young Thug's legal name, Jeffrey Williams, was among four founders of the gang and made YSL well known name by referring to it in his songs and on social media. A key to the case is a 2015 murder. One of Young Thug's charges alleged he rented a car, used it in January 2015 murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., described as a rival gang member. At the conference Tuesday, DA Willis said that murder created violence like this in Atlanta has never seen, and she framed it as a central event that led to the indictment this year. What Willis said about the Donovan Thomas case. It was a goal of my predecessor and any person or prosecutor in this office to make sure that the family received justice because everyone is entitled to justice. It was a commitment I made from the first day in office. Very shortly after becoming district attorney, I sat down with Donovan Thomas' mother and her a promise that her son was I made her a promise that I made her a promise that her son was valuable as any other person in our community, that I would put resources on this case and do everything to make sure her son had justice. Right? Now, I'm going to go all the way down. There's more. He All right, hold on. We're going down to the specific criminal acts alleged by Young Thug. Theft by receiving stolen property for allegedly possessing a stolen gun. Theft by receiving stolen property for allegedly possessing a stolen gun in a second separate instance. Terroristic threats for allegedly telling someone who said he was not welcome at Perimeter Mall, if you continue to approach, I'll shoot you in the face with a gun. Possession of methamphetamine with intent to distribute. Possession of hydrocodone, lean, with intent to distribute. Possession of marijuana with intent to distribute. Participation in criminal street gang activity. Mm, 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 wow. All right. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. You know, I'm gonna get into the thing about music. The thing the oh, God list of song lyrics alleged as evidence of gang activity. I'm gonna take off my glasses for this one, cause yeah, all of that slat and all of that. Ooh man. Okay. In his song "Ill," read just like Elmo, but I don't know what that is. Giggle. YSL won't fold. Pick his ass off from the balcony. YSL wipe a nigga nose. I'ma for the cash. Then she getting robbed by Tick. In a Bentley on Wesley, getting trailed by a sniper. All I ever wanted was the money. Put your hands in the air if you dare. Any to step over here. FN put him in a wheelchair. Oh boy, they got there's so many instances in the lyrics. Oh my gosh. Woo. You know, just to like let me just stop for a second. It's more common for a rapper nowadays to be brought up on charges in a Rico type of scenario now more than ever because that's all you hear in music. That's all you hear in rap music is I'm gonna go slide on this dude. It's dudes disrespecting dead people. Like I'm not surprised anymore. I'm just not surprised anymore. Like look at this. Look at this. Look at how much lyric. Look at how much lyrics. Look at how much lyrics there are, and they using all of this in. They gonna use all this in court on Young Thug. They gonna use all this in court on Young Thug. Listen, I just want to tell you if you're young person Young people, if you're trying to become a rapper, don't be a street rapper. Don't be a street rapper because you're gonna catch yourself. You gonna be you gonna be in this type of situation. You're gonna be in this type of situation. Like I said, I'm not a street dude. I don't know nothing about the streets. I'm just reporting what is already on the internet. All right. So wow. And a lot of these lyrics are on slime language, the slime language 2 tape. So for instance, look, ski, the song, yeah, yeah, yeah. The ski song, right? It's on here, bro. It says, I with slats and we come to eat rats. I came with some an FN on me called Nietzsche Nietzsche. It's a Glock he keep Duke rolling 60. Like, bro, it's so much here. It is so much. All of the and the most of this is on slime language too. Slatty. Oh my gosh, Slatty is. I actually like that song. Slatty, 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 bro. I killed him. I killed his man's in front of his mama, like little bruh, sister, and his shootout. Kill him, not leave a trace. I had to break in the safe. Yeah, and a trace. Dissect your body like science class. Gangster, cause you blah blah blah. Magazine clips, so you might get your issue. You think you gangster cause pistol. Look at my trigger itchy. YSL, we going overboard. Man, boy, they they got these folks, bro. They got these folks, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's a lot here. It is a lot. It's a lot going on here. It's a lot going on. All right, so I don't, I was talking with somebody and they was telling me that sometimes rappers need to sit down. Rappers need to sit down. Rappers need to be sit down. You know what I'm saying? Rappers need to be sit down because they making all this money. It's like how are you an asset? How are you how are you making all this money? You have a record company. You feeding people. You put money in a lot of people's pockets and you still managing to do something dumb. How is that happening? How is it happening? Nobody learned from 6ix9ine. As much as people don't like 6ix9ine, nobody learned from his situation and how all those people in all those people around 6ix9ine got double digit sentences for doing all that dumb stuff. For doing all that dumb stuff and they had money. Nobody learned from when Kodak Black got arrested and put behind the wall. Donald Trump freed him, and you don't see him doing nothing. You hardly hear a peep outside of his music. You hardly hear a peep. Same thing with Gucci Man. Gucci Man damn near sat behind that wall for almost 10. Gucci came out all fit. He married. He got a baby, and he just working. That's it. You don't hear nothing that has to do with nothing that got to do with criminal activity or nothing like that. He quiet. He ain't got nothing to do. He ain't got no time for that. Boosie. That's like Boosie is a great example of getting that second chance and not fumbling it. Boy, Boosie was about to go to jail for a long time. Boosie was about to go to jail for a long time. And he beat the case. Bro sat behind the wall for a good little minute. But he beat the case, came out. You don't hear nothing that got to do with criminal activity out of Boosie. Boosie is doing his best to enter. Boosie is doing his best to make his money, feed his kids, mind his, you know what I'm saying, mind his business, but still be like that entertaining influencer slash rapper personality that he is. But he ain't doing none of that stuff. So I mean, it's like a whole thing of it's like that type of thing is needed at times. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's needed and like all of it like it's so much, bro. Like and then like now when I read this one right here, it says it seems as though they added charges because at first it was just the one Rico charge, and I think that was just his involvement in it. But now there are some charges tacked on to it, so it's like I don't see, and I'm not trying to be negative at all, and I hate to see it. I don't wish jail on no man at all, especially a successful man who is doing enough to who's doing a lot to feed his family and feed everybody around him. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see him beating this. I don't see him beating this. When we start to talk about Rico, 9 times out of 10, you going. You are going. It don't matter if it's 5 years. It don't matter if it's 10. They be giving they be giving out ballpark numbers. They be giving out double digit numbers. There's no way that there's like I don't see it happening. Is basically what I'm saying. It's so much here. And they're about to use lyrics. Like that alone is about to be like bro. That alone, this page right here with all the lyrics, that alone is about to just. That's all. Oh, that alone is 10 years right there. I feel like his lyrics are about to be 10 years right there. Gunna too. Gunna like you know how they like. I see how like 6ix9ine is like making fun of him and everything like that. And you know, like the clip of him on like Crime Stoppers is coming up now. I'm gonna be fair and be honest and say that like somebody's gonna talk. Somebody's talking. Don't nobody want to go to jail for nobody else. Forget all that being real, all that identity of being a real nigga and all that other stuff. Don't nobody want to go to jail for somebody else. It's just true. Don't nobody want to go to jail for nobody else and then be sitting behind the wall and then they kids grown and adults and living their own lives and don't want to mess with don't want to talk to their daddy no more because he behind the cell and everything like that. Don't nobody want to go to jail for somebody. Somebody gonna talk. What's that song by Pusha T and Pharrell? Sorry, nigga, I'm coming home. Somebody gonna tell. Somebody gonna talk. Somebody is going to talk. Somebody gonna talk, bro. Somebody gonna talk. You know, there's an imaginary land, and then there's a reality, and the reality is somebody is going to spill the beans, bro. Somebody's gonna talk. Um, I just read something about let me see if I can find it real quick. I just read something about Casanova too. Casanova, people people forgetting about Casanova still being in jail. They just got him too. They just got Casanova too. Casanova, see right here it says Casanova pleads guilty to federal charges. Casanova was already thought they already put Casanova in jail for something, right? So what's it saying right here? It's a bad time to be a rapper, and if you're if you're connected in any way to a criminal, to anything that has to do with any rappers that are connected to anybody who is a criminal or in conjunction with a criminal organization, they are coming for you. I read that like there's like a little like thing going around like that like Atlanta is on the head tops of all these gangs. If you a rapper and you subscribe to a gang, oh, it's done. It's done. You're done. You're done. So Casanova is pleading guilty in a case as part of another Rico. This is another Rico. It says here that as part of the racketeering conspiracy offense, Senior admitted to participating in a shooting in Florida on July 5th, 2020, a robbery in New York City on August 5th, 2018, and conspiring to traffic over 100 kilos of marijuana. According to the indictment, between 2004 and 2020, Senior was a part of a racketeering conspiracy with Gorilla Stone Gang. He admitted to he admitted that on or about July 5th, 2020, while at a party in Florida that included gang members, he shot someone during a gambling dispute. You see, when will these rappers learn to keep their nose clean? When will they learn? It's disgusting because I actually like some of these rappers, and I hate to see them like go away because of stupid things. And like you, they got so much potential, but just like the hanging around the bull. I hate to see that. I hate to see any rapper who is doing well caught up like this. I just hate to see it, bro. I can only hope that Young Thug, Gunna can somehow wiggle out of this, because the way the way it looks for YSL right now, YSL is all in jail. Like, if you can believe that, and then not even remembering that. Oh yeah, they're gonna try to like tie Young Thug back to like uh that time when they ordered a hit on Lil Wayne's tour bus, and he sprayed up the dude sprayed up the tour bus, and Lil Wayne wasn't inside. All of that is about to get wrapped up and tied up together, and that's why I say I don't see him coming out of this at all without being sentenced, like, at all. But hey, that's the way it goes, right? That's the way it goes, right? The way it goes as a rapper, as a successful black rapper. You're either winning, or you're winning long enough to see the other side of that winning. If you're, what I'm saying, trying to keep it like in a slick motion. When I say slick motion, I mean on the surface you look like a rapper, but you're still in the underworld as well. You live you're winning, and you live long enough to be dethroned from where you're at. That's what happened. That's what happened to a bunch of rappers. They had to get sat down. They had to get they basically had to be taught a lesson, get used as an example within the court system. I hate to see it.